Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope your week is going really well. We are gonna do a little change of pace today and slow down and stretch and breathe. It's gonna be a little bit different than our last stretching sequence, so I'm gonna change things up just a little bit. Full disclosure, I am not a yogi. I am not yoga certified. I just also like to stretch and recover. I think it's a good way to find some balance in your week. I'm feeling really tired. I think I'm just not used to working out every single day, even though it's just like in little bits. It's good for me, but I think it's really important that I add more stretching into my routine because I'm noticing I'm just really fatigued. My legs feel really tired, and maybe we've just been doing more legs than normal. But I think it's a good way again to help recover, let the muscles rebuild and repair. So slowing things down, I'm just going to be doing walks today, stretching, recovering. And that doesn't mean you have to do nothing during the day. Recovery means you can be moving your body in different ways, biking, even like little bits of movement throughout the day. Like I have a pull-up bar, so sometimes I'll do like pull-ups throughout the day, just randomly. You can just make it your own. So I always say the best routine is the one that you're going to stick with. So even if that means you're not doing my workouts every single day, that's totally fine. They're there for you whenever you want to use them. Whenever you need a little break, you don't even have to do the whole thing. You can shorten them, lengthen them. They're there to make it your own. And it's there for you to add into your already well-balanced routine, whatever is working for you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our nice stretching routine. I like to call this stretch and breathe, so we can remember to take deep breaths throughout the day. So we're gonna start on our backs, and we're gonna do a hip opener. So you're gonna take the bottoms of your feet and bring them together, and then slowly lower all the way to the ground. And you're just gonna let those hips kind of fall open. So you should feel a nice stretch through your hip flexors. You can take those palms up. Wow, this feels so good. The sun is just beating on me. Take in deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, if that's not comfortable, if the hips are just a little too tight, you can always take that Shavasana and just lying, let those feet fall open. So whatever's comfortable. Let's just stay here for a few breaths. Notice how your chest rises as you inhale, and how you kind of sink right into the earth as you exhale. I feel like I could just stay here all day. This is so nice. Let's take one more deep breath in. Big exhale out. From there, you're going to just bend your right leg, and you're going to take, your left leg, and you're going to take that right foot across the top of that knee. You can either stay right here if you're getting a nice stretch, keeping that foot flexed, or you can take your hands, you're going to thread them through that hole and grab that front shin of your left leg, and still coming back down. You want to keep your back nice and flush with the mat. Again, this top foot, keep it flexed. And if that feels okay, just hang out right there. Otherwise, you can take that foot back down to the ground for a little more gentle stretch. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. Big breath out. Good. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure my camera was rolling. I always have this panic moment. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Crossing that left foot over the right bent knee. Threading those hands through if that feels comfortable. Keeping that foot flexed up here. And hold and breathe. Try and lengthen your exhales as you get deeper into these stretches. One more breath in. Big breath out. Okay, we're going to come all the way up to a seated position. So you're going to keep those legs straight, sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, even pulling those shoulders back. It's going to feel a little uncomfortable. We're used to sitting like this throughout the day, hunched over our chairs, our computers. So pull those shoulder blades back, flex the feet, just hang out here for a second. second. Thinking about that nice tall posture. And then we're going to come down into a forward fold. Reaching for knees, shins, ankles, toes, whatever feels good. And as you get comfortable in that position, you can pull yourself a little bit deeper, aiming to get the nose to the knees over time. One more big breath in. Breath out. Okay, we're going to swing our legs behind us and we're going to get into our cat-cow position. So, like always, our knees are going to be stacked under our hips. Hands go right under those shoulders. You're going to take a deep breath in as you go into your cow. Exhale, pressing away from the mat, rounding the spine. So lengthening the neck. Inhale for your cow, and then just go ahead and follow your own breath. You don't have to follow me. Just using the breath to guide you through each cat and each cow. Let's do one more cat, one more cow, wherever you're at. And just for a moment, let's drop into a child's pose. So sitting, those glutes on those heels, taking those hands out and gently releasing your head down to the floor. Good, let's take one more breath in. Big breath out. We're going to come back into that tabletop position. From here, I want you to take your left arm, so left hand, you're going to reach it high, and then you're going to thread it through that space between your knees and your wrists, and you're just going to go into a thoracic stretch here. So finding a position that's comfortable for you, you may be able to lay that left ear onto the mat. Otherwise, just holding until you feel a nice stretch through your shoulder, your spine. Good. On your exhale, come back to center here. And then we're going to do the same thing. Take that right arm up, threading it through, and releasing down to the mat. Keep bringing your attention back to your breath. Your mind might wander. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. Take it back to your breath. On the exhale, coming back to center. Good. From here, we're going to take just a plank position just for a second. So press up, warm up that core, be nice and sturdy, and then take your left foot forward between your hands, and then you're going to drop that right knee down and drop the foot down as well. And then you're just going to reach for a nice crescent lunge. You can take the hands back beside that left foot, and then we're just going to come into our pigeon pose. So bringing that left knee into a bent position. You might just want to stay here, or you can drop lower to open up that hip a little bit more. And then there's always the option to take this from a seated position. So here to here. So both of my knees are bent, and then you can just gently lean forward. So whatever position is comfortable for you. On your exhale, come back up. Let's press high into that tall plank just for a second, and then go ahead and step the right foot through. Dropping the left knee and the left foot, and let's reach high. Imagine that you're holding like a beach ball or something right here. Good. And you can sink deeper into that pose by bending that right knee just a little more. Good, and then let's drop into that pigeon pose on the right side. really good way to open up those hips. My hips get really tight, just like my shoulders. We all have different things that need a little more attention, so this is always a good one to do throughout the day if your hips are feeling a little tight. Good. We're going to press up. And from here, we're going to go into that plank one last time. Go ahead and just walk your feet forward, and then we're going to come up into what's called mountain pose. Coming up here. And then from here, go ahead and place your hands on your hips, and we're just going to do a gentle back bend here. You can take it. Don't push it too far, just finding what's comfortable for you. Just getting a little lower back stretching. Good. Awesome, and from there, we're going to take a seated position. So you can fold the legs. We're just going to get a nice gentle neck stretch in. So taking head over to your right side. Good, and let's bring it over to the other side. Breathing nice and deep. Good, and back to center. For our side body stretch, you're going to reach your right hand high. You're going to bring that other hand just across the midline of the body, and then go ahead and just reach over. You should feel a nice stretch with that whole side body, even your shoulder there. Come back to center with that other side, and bring it over. Nice deep breathing. Good. All right, for our last hip opener stretch before we go into a Shavasana, we're going to come into a low squat. So you can take those feet about shoulder width apart and then point those toes generously out about 45 degrees. And then I'm just going to bring my hands to my center, and I'm actually going to take those elbows and kind of press away and just rock side to side. You should feel your hips really opening here. You can sit nice and still or rock, whatever feels comfortable. Good, let's take one more deep breath in. Big breath out. And everyone come meet together in a lying Shavasana. Again, just palms up. Let those feet kind of fall to the floor. If you liked the feeling of those hips opening in the beginning, you can take those feet back up, press them together, and let those knees kind of just fall down to the earth. And we're just going to hang out here for a second, taking in all that good energy from your stretching sequence. Trying to focus on the things that are going well, working for you right now in life. We're in this crazy period of uncertainty, but remember to focus on the things that you can control. And then doing your best to let go of everything else that's not really in your control, that causes you worry. Again, if your mind starts to wander, bring it right back to your breath. Focus on that inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Maybe even adding a count to it. Try and inhale for 4 seconds, focusing just on the breath. Hold for a count of 1, and then exhale for a count of 8. That breathing tool a lot throughout the day. If I'm feeling stressed, the inhale for 4, hold for a count of 1, exhale for 8. It's just a good way to pause, focus on your breath, and kind of reduce that fight or flight response. All right, let's take just a couple more deep breaths in. On these inhales, I want you to focus on something positive from the week, and then go ahead and just send it out to the universe on your exhale. It can be anything. Maybe you want to spread a little kindness to everybody else in this group. Just send it out there. Focusing on the good. Let's all take one more deep breath in together. And then on your exhale, you can come back to your seated position. Awesome. Thank you guys. It's always so nice doing these calm ones with you as well. It's not really my style, but it certainly feels good, and it really kind of helps me feel a little more balanced throughout the day. So I hope you had a great week. Thank you guys for showing up, tuning in all of the days this week. I really, really appreciate all the support, and I hope that I'm helping you in some small way. And please check in with the group and let us know how you're doing. Send videos, selfies. It makes me feel like we're all staying connected, so I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have an awesome weekend.